Welcome to Euro Bangla City SATV News. This is Shibala Alam with our headlines. Prime Minister urged to double Dhaka-Paris trade. Bangladesh to receive €330 million from funds for development projects. France assured to stand with Bangladesh in finding a permanent solution over Rohingya issue, said Foreign Minister. Dhaka Tribunal has acquitted all 5 accused, including Shafat Ahmed's son of Apun Jewellers owner, over the rape case of 2 uni students. Prime Minister has emphasized on doubling the Dhaka-Paris trade. She called on French businessmen to encourage investment in Bangladesh, mentioning that Bangladesh has a strategic position of the Indo-Pacific region to act as a bridge between the major economic centers. Meanwhile, AFD, a development agency of France, will provide €330 million for the implementation of development projects in Bangladesh. Bangladesh and France have signed 3 agreements in this regard.
To fast track its growth.
Foreign Minister Momen said that the Rohingya issue came up prominently during the meetings with all the French leaders, especially the French president. Momen said this while briefing reporters about Sheikh Hasina's recent talk with various high-profile leaders of France, including French President Emmanuel Macron and Prime Minister Jean Castex. Momen said that they have informed France that there was no conflict in Rakhine State in the last 4 years. So it's the right time for the repatriation of Rohingyas, and adding that the French top leaders were apprised that Bangladesh has good relations with its neighbors. Momen said Myanmar has agreed to take the Rohingyas back. A Dhaka tribunal has acquitted all 5 persons accused in the case filed over the reported rape of 2 female university students at the Raintree Hotel in the capital's Bonani area in 2017. Judge Begum Mosammad Kamrun Nahar of the Dhaka's Women and Children Repression Prevention Tribunal 7 delivered the verdict on today. The court acquitted Shafat Ahmed, Naim Ashraf, Shadman Saqib and Shafat's driver Bilal Hussain and bodyguard Rahmat Ali, as the charges brought against them had not been proved. Nothing in the medical report indicated that the 2 have been raped, the judge said, criticizing that the police was being overzealous. However, court asked police not to accept any case filed after 72 hours. Second phase of Union Parishad UP polls began this morning amid tight security measures. Voting to 835 UPs across the country began at 8 a.m. and ended at 4 p.m. Elections to 20 UPs were held through EVMs, while the rest through traditional ballot papers. Voting for the second phase of the Union Parishad election has almost been completed through isolated clashes. At least 7 people were killed and many others injured in separate clashes between the supporters of rival candidates in Norshindy, Cox's Bazar, Shatkhira, Kumilla and other places, centering the second phase Union Parishad polls that began today morning. RAB arrested Asadul Islam Mir Dholu, worker of the Bogura hospital, over the death of a young patient after Dholu allegedly removed oxygen mask for not getting a satisfactory tip. RAB officials said Dholu fled to the capital immediately after the incident at Bogura's Shohid Ziaur Rahman Medical College Hospital on Tuesday night. Victim's uncle Sachin said Dholu, who was taking Bishash to the surgery ward on a stretcher from the emergency unit, demanded Taka 200 from his father. Dholu was working as a cleaner at the hospital coronavirus unit on daily wages. Education Minister Dipu Moni has been elected as a member of the UNESCO-led SDG4 Education Steering Committee in the Asia-Pacific region. Education Ministry PRO said Dipu Moni's election came at a session of 2021 Global Education Meeting held at UNESCO headquarters on yesterday. 2 members have been elected in the committee from each region of the globe. Dipu Moni has thanked all for electing her as a member of the committee. Viewers are taking a short break. Stay with Euro Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back. You're watching Euro-Bangla City SATV News. Now international news. China and United States have agreed to increase climate cooperation over the next decade. World's two largest carbon emitters have pledged to work together in a joint declaration. Two countries made an unprecedented announcement at the ongoing COP26 climate conference in Glasgow, Scotland. The joint statement said that two sides would remember their firm commitment to work together to achieve the 1.5 degrees Celsius target set in the 2015 Paris Agreement. And China and the United States have pledged to set up the efforts to reduce the significant gap in carbon emissions. United Nations Security Council has expressed deep concern over increased violence across Myanmar, calling for an immediate end to fighting and for the military to exercise utmost restraint. The statement was agreed by all 115 members. The statement said that the members of the Security Council expressed deep concern at further recent violence across Myanmar. They called for an immediate cessation of violence and to ensure the safety of civilians. Myanmar's military has made no comment on the situation in China, a volatile border region that has become a forefront of resistance against military rule. As the U.S. grapples with skyrocketing inflation, with prices rising a whopping 6.2% on year in October, the largest jump in 3 decades, President Joe Biden has vowed to make tackling the crisis his top priority. China said he understands inflation hurts the pocketbooks of Americans, adding his administration will do its best to reverse the trend. The White House says the statement represents President Biden's willingness to directly confront the problem, which Republicans accuse him of ignoring. $5 million. That is the number of cyber attacks the Taiwanese government face on a daily basis, with around half of them believed to come from China. Cybersecurity Department Director Shin Huang-He said that the government is strengthening defensive measures and collecting relevant data for analysis in a bid to stop the attacks were initiated. Taiwan has also accused China of ramping up cyber attacks since the 2016 election of President Tsai Ing-wen, who has long been vocal about his views on the island as a sovereign nation. The latest comment comes as Taiwan's defense ministry warned that China has been vigorously enhancing its cyber warfare capabilities as part of its plan to bring the island to heel. The ministry added that its Information Security and Protection Center detected and handled roughly 1.4 billion anomalies from 2019 to August 2021. The Supreme Court grilled Prime Minister Imran Khan over the government's inaction against those responsible for the Army Public School attacks APS in 2014 and the ongoing talks with the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan TTP. A 3-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of Pakistan CJP Gulshan Ahmed summoned the Prime Minister in connection with the case. A total of 147 people, 132 of them children, were martyred when TTP militants stormed the APS Warsak School in Peshawar in 2014. However, the government is in talks with the TTP over a reconciliation process, with Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry having announced on Monday that a complete ceasefire has been reached with the banned outfit. However, Imran said Pakistan would have to be content with security issues until the Afghanistan situation settled down. Court directs government to submit report on the issue. NASA and SpaceX, the private rocket company of Elon Musk, launched 4 more astronauts on a flight to International Space Station late on yesterday, including a veteran space worker and 2 younger crewmates chosen to join NASA's forthcoming lunar missions. SpaceX built a launch vehicle consisting of a Crew Dragon capsule perched atop of the 2-stage Falcon 9 rocket, climbed into the night sky from NASA's Kennedy Space Station in Florida as its night Merlin engines roared to life at about 9 p.m. Liftoff of the Dragon spacecraft, named Endurance by the crew, was aired live from Cape Canaveral on NASA TV. NASA said intermittent rain and clouds over the Cape earlier is the daily had cast doubt on launch prospects, and the weather cleared sufficiently by flight time. Widely known as Banksy of the NFT world, Beeple's 3D video sculpture titled Human One sold for $28.9 million to an online bidder in Switzerland at a live Christie's auction in New York on Tuesday. The more than 7-foot high sculpture features dystopian imagery that has accessed between the Ethereum blockchain as it crossed the $25 million mark in just over 3 minutes. The final selling price was also nearly double the estimate price of $15 million. However, unlike Banksy, Beeple's identity is known as creator Mike Wickelman called the NFT the first portrait of a human born in the metaverse. Now sports news. Pakistan will face Australia in the second semi-final of the T20 World Cup today. Pakistan has taken a place in the knockout without losing any match in Super 12. On the other hand, despite losing a match in the group stage, Ajit did not have a problem to get a place in the semis. The players of both the team are in fire form. Pakistan has won the title once in the short format tournament which started in 2006. Despite 5-time world champions in ODIs, Australia has yet to win T20 title. Rizwan Malik's game in the semi-final has raised fears. They both deal with mild to moderate flu. Sarfaraz Ahmed and Haider Ali can play instead of them. It is learned that the two players will undergo a medical checkup before the semi-finals. Pakistani batsmen Mohammad Rizwan and Shoaib Malik are playing in great form. Relying on them, the team won every match on the group stage. But there is fear of not getting them in the second semi-final. Shoaib Malik and Mohammad Rizwan has been tested. The report is negative. Before ending, we go to the Euro-Bangla City SATV news headlines again. Prime Minister urged to double Dhaka-Paris trade, Bangladesh to receive €330 million from France for development projects. France assured to stand with Bangladesh in finding a permanent solution over Rohingya issue, said Foreign Minister. Dhaka Tribunal has acquitted all 5 accused, including Shafat Ahmed's son, of Apun Jewellers owner over the rape case of 2 university students. Get up to date so far here on Euro-Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.